blowing away birds.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I would like to remind everyone to please make sure that all cell phones are turned to the off or vibrate position. Also, please be advised our city council meetings are broadcast on television, on Comcast Channel 99, and rebroadcast on WMGJ Radio. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. The chair calls on City Clerk Iva Nelson for the roll call.
Councilwoman Toles.
Here.
Councilman Williams.
Here.
Worthy.
Here.
Eccles.
Here.
Billingsley.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
And Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Brian Harbison to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Will you pray with me? Almighty God, we just thank you for life and the blessings of life. We thank you for your blessings on this great city. God, we just pray today that you would just anoint this council with the wisdom and the knowledge they need in the very important decisions they'll be making. Continue to bless the mayor and his staff. And God, as we prepare for another school year in the next few days, we just pray that you'll be with all the children across the city, with the teachers, the administrations, and all the schools. God, we just pray for safety first of all, and that you'll bless them. Bless those who need, that we'll be able to meet those needs. And we'll give you the praise for all the good things you're going to do in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and city council meeting held on July 24th.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
The chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the week of July 20th through 26th.
I move.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, Mayor?
Yes.
Is there anybody here from the nonprofit Man Up Gadsden? Yes, there is. Whereas Man Up of Gadsden is a new nonprofit organization focusing on men's health. Man Up Gadsden was founded from people in our community, medical personnel, concerned parents, and community advocates who realized a need to bring awareness of prostate and testicular cancer to the forefront of men's health. Through these people are dedicated to answering questions, raising funds and awareness for young boys and men in our community. Man Up Gadsden is not a for-profit organization dedicated to educate. Is a nonprofit. I'm sorry. Man Up Gadsden is a not-for-profit organization dedicated to the education, prevention, and support services for prostate and testicular cancer patients, family and community members, and we're proud to say it is the first of its kind in Gadsden. The Man Up Gadsden organization was founded for education, prevention, and treatment of illnesses afflicting men. Prostate cancer is the #1 non-cutaneous cancer of men. Approximately 30,000 men will die from this disease this year. Testicular cancer is the most common cancer of young men 15 to 35 years old in the U.S., and every hour a man is diagnosed with testicular cancer, and every day another man dies of the disease. We believe in hope, self-advocacy, early detection, education, and emotional support. We aid in prevention and early detection of and how to explain to survive prostate and testicular cancer and live in the best life after cancer. We will help you understand your diagnosis and the many options available to you. We can help you find a doctor, tell you how to prepare for chemotherapy, how to deal with the side effects of chemotherapy, and how to stay healthy after treatment ends. Whereas if you know of anyone who needs help, please share our information and help spread the word. Do you have a high school-age boy? Ask your children or family member if Man Up Gadsden has visited their school. Dr. John Pirani and male volunteers from Man Up Gadsden organization will be visiting schools, spreading the word of early detection. Find Man Up Gadsden on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or email. For more information, Man Up Gadsden at clinicalurology.com. Therefore, I, Sherman Guyton, Mayor of the City of Gadsden, do hereby proclaim this month, August, as Man Up Gadsden. They had a fundraiser over here. It was real successful about a month or two ago, and a couple of the doctors came to see me, and they were telling me about guys 17 and 18 and 15. Now, usually you would think prostate cancer is an older person, but it's starting to show up in a lot of younger people too, and I don't guess there's nobody here to get this, but I'll have it for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Unfinished business. Item number 8A is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 2409 James Street in District 1. Kevin Joel Garrett and Walmart Siding Outlet being the last known owners. This resolution was tabled for 60 days on May 29th. What is the pleasure of the council?
I believe that I've talked to, I believe Ms. Jeffrey, and she had asked me about some more time, so I think at this time, I'm gonna table it for 30 more days.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for an additional 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
This is the time and place as advertised to conduct a public hearing, allowing anyone to speak in opposition to or in favor of a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 1704 Hooks Lake Road in District 3. Gwen J. Bartlett, rights of redemption of Troy Bright, Barbara Bright, and AmSouth Bank being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, I'm Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We filed this case in January of this year. There was a building permit taken out in March. No work was done on that permit. There have been no improvements, and we're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to abate on recommendation from the building department.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 504 Country Club Place in District 4. Gary and Donna Honeycutt and Nathan and Doris Collier being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Mr. President, based on permits and recent improvements, we're going to ask this case to be tabled for 30 days. Thank you.
Okay. What is the pleasure of the council?
I move that we table for 30 days.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Items 11A and 11B are resolutions assessing nuisance abatement liens for demolition that has already been performed. Two items, items C and D, have been removed and, have been moved to the August 7th agenda. Item A is at 1505 Springfield Avenue in District 1. The demolition amount, the lien assessed was $2,541.40. Item B, is at 1921 Ewing Avenue in District 2. The assessed amount is $3,341.40. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to either of these resolutions? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt both resolutions.
So moved. Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt both resolutions, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt both resolutions.
Our next public hearings, items 12A and through 12J, are resolutions assessing nuisance abatement liens against property for grass cutting work that has already been performed. And we have 10 locations. I'd like to start with item number A. It's been requested that this one be tabled for 7 days to the next meeting. I'd like to entertain a motion that we table that one.
I move that we table this item A on Davis Street till our next meeting day.
Second.
Okay, clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 1 week, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 1 week.
Okay. So the remaining resolutions are at 816 Peyton Ridge Avenue in District 1. The assessed amount is $136. 224 Peyton Ridge Avenue in District 2, $256. 302 Princeton Avenue in District 2, $316. 1011 Vincent Avenue in District 2, $256. 1514 McKinley Avenue in District 5, $256. 12 Sandusky Lane in District 6, $136. 2311 Sansom Avenue in District 6, $136. 228 Parkway Place in District 7, $256. And 47 West Tuscaloosa Avenue in District 7, $136. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to any of these resolutions? All right, ma'am, if you would, step to the podium and give your name and address and the property address that you're speaking about.
My name is Linda Campbell Mabin, and my property is located at 228 Parkway Place, District 7, Gadsden, on Nakalula Mountain. I don't deny I owe this bill. Because I'm disabled and don't have a lawnmower, it's very hard for me to get my yard cleaned. I do occasionally pick up debris from the trees. I talked to Miss Iva last year after the cutting and told her there had been some damage to the property done. And I have photos. So I think that the bill should be reduced. And I had the photos with me, if y'all would care to look at them. And there is the history of the photos written on the back. They cut down all my flower beds. They even ran up, we've got big rocks around some of the flower beds. And the bush hog went up over the rocks into some of the flower beds, and the beds are not flourishing like they used to. Some of the plants are dead. One of the beds did not even come back. They ran over my water hose. They tore up a rug, outside rug that's probably 5 by 10, and it was torn up in 3 pieces. None of that's been replaced. I'm on a fixed income. And I'd like to know if there's anything that y'all could help me with. If you want to see the pictures.
Can I
have
see the
them.
pictures, please? I'm Ben Reed, I represent that area,
Okay.
okay? What I need to know, where do you live exactly? And I'm looking at Richard and Linda Campbell. Who are they?
My brother passed away almost 3 years ago.
All right,
I live there part-time with my son, and I live part-time in Asheville.
you're behind the fence above Paul's Mountain Meats, across the street from the church, Parkway Church, right? Okay. Anybody else want to say anything? I do know for a long, I'm not apologizing for the flowers or the hose or anything else, but I do know that for months and months and months, the grass wasn't cut.
Right.
It was not, and you know that.
I know that.
And I tried every way in the world to get whoever it was living there. I thought he was renting the place. He used to come down to the drugstore. And I didn't know any other way to do it. I couldn't contact anybody. We got neighbors up there that would have cut that grass, had, you know. But he never asked, we never made a move on it, and no cooperation. So as far as the grass cutting, you and I both know it needed to be cut, it was knee-deep,
Correct.
causing mosquitoes and everything in the world. We'll look into the other part about the flowers in the neighborhood, okay? I'll talk to the church and so on and so. But I only have one request, that it's a blight. The property is a blight, once it grows up.
Yes, it
It's
is.
behind the fence. So if we get it straightened out and getting it going, how do we know it's gonna stay that way based on who's living there? And I don't wanna know a name. Is it rental?
No,
It's not rental.
it's not real. Family
Well,
lives in it.
Okay. Then I'll stop by and talk to them. I'll talk to the church and see what we can do about that. But this will have to stand as far as it need to be done,
Okay.
okay? Here we go.
I thank you for your time.
Surely. I'll get with you after the meeting if you don't
Okay.
mind.
Okay. You want the pictures? Keep the pictures.
No, ma'am, you take the pictures because I won't talk to you about them
Thank
after
you.
long.
All right, thank you, Mr. Campbell. Again, sir, give us your name, address, and the address of the property.
Hi, my name is Sam Schiavone. I'm the husband of Rosanna Cameron, the property 302 Princeton Avenue. I bought this property, there was a house in it, and we demolished the house, and I have kept it clean. And I had a guy who lives in the neighborhood, and he used to cut the grass, and, you know, just call me and ask me if I needed to cut it, and I tell him, yeah, go ahead, and I'll pay him cash. Unfortunately, I don't have any receipt or anything to show you as a proof. But he moved away, and I have my nephew, and he's been taking care of that property ever since. I don't know if city has noticed it or not, but that property has been kept clean and cut the whole time. So I just received this letter that, you know, city got a lien against it for $316. And I really don't feel like I should pay for it because I have kept this, you know, property clean the whole time. So, and I've never been in this meeting before, so this is the first time, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
All right.
And I'm asking, you know, if I can waive that, of course, and
Okay. So are you disputing the amount, or just help us understand what you're petitioning the council for? Are you disputing the amount?
I'm
or-
Rosanna Cameron's husband.
Okay. So are you disputing the amount? Do you think 316 is not the appropriate assessed amount, or?
I mean, as I said, I kept the property clean. He used to cut it at least once a month. So I don't know when actually city cut it.
I got you.
I have no idea. I'm not aware of it. All I know, I've been paying this guy to cut the grass, and I thought he was doing his job. And sometime he sent me a picture, you know, but I don't know.
Yeah, Sounds like there may have been some gaps in there that we may have to account for, and we can talk to you after the meeting about.
I mean, there's a possible, maybe he was late one time, cutting the grass, and city passed by and see the grass is high and they cut it. It's possible.
Yeah.
But I try to keep it, cut and clean all the time, so.
Mhm.
And my nephew, right now, I put him in charge for that piece of property, and he's doing it every 2-3 weeks right now, so.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My wife. It's the same. No, Siobhan.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, is there anyone else who would like to speak in opposition to any of these resolutions? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt all 9 resolutions.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt all 9 resolutions, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt all 9.
Our final public hearings are resolutions approving issuance of alcoholic beverage license. This is items number 13 and 14. Ashland One Enterprise LLC, doing business as Wooden Indian Tobacco Outlet, has applied for a lounge retail liquor license, Class 2, at 2629 West Meagan Boulevard, Suite A, and for a retail beer and table wine license at 2629 West Meagan Boulevard, Suite B. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to either of these resolutions? Does anyone wish to speak in favor? The chair will entertain a motion to adopt both resolutions.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt both resolutions, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt both resolutions.
New business, is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. Joe, you got one? Okay. I have one, Mr. President. It's a resolution awarding bid 3371 for the Kiwanis Pavilion Parking Addition Project to James E. Watson Sons in the amount of $208,075.30. Ask for unanimous consent to consider.
Second.
Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to consider the resolution today as an item of new business, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, consent has been granted.
Okay, move to adopt.
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mr. President, this is for the parking, the concrete work for the parking lot in front of Kiwanis Pavilion. And we were notified this morning that Kiwanis Pavilion will be ready for the council race or campaign or culmination on 8/28 of this month, okay, of August. And also, the side parking lots will be ready. Heath, our engineer, has assured us that they will be ready. The front part will not be. And I only threw him on the bus because I didn't think of anything for Lee. Okay. Put that in the form of a motion.
All right. Clerk, will you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
Is there any more new business? Department reports, committees, boards. Ms. Kay?
Thank you, Council President and council members. I just want to kind of run through a couple of things before I get to First Friday. We are in the midst of our Musical Mondays, and a big thank you to Buster and to Curly for making that happen, and thank you for your financial support. We could not do this without the financial support that we have received in the community. But it's free hot dogs, free wings, it's good fun music from 11:30 to 1:30 every Monday through September, correct, Buster? So we just have a good time. We like to come out there and people enjoy. They get there about 10 o'clock in the morning. We get ready and people are sitting there waiting at 10 o'clock in the morning, but it is a lot of fun. We have a good time. It's a great mixture of people. I think it's brought a lot of focus to the water wall downtown, which was the original purpose that we started this for. So I do have to thank Buster and Curly for their undying commitment every single Monday to be there. So they make this happen, and I do appreciate them. So if you've not been, you need to come on out. Then that's through September. Then third Thursday, we've got 2 more third Thursdays left in August and September this year. We've got some great music. It also takes place at the water wall if the weather permits. Now, so far, we have not permitted, the weather has not permitted, and we've moved inside the Pittman every month. But we just have some great music. It's a free event. You can bring your own dinner and just sit back and relax and enjoy some great music from 6 until 8 on third Thursday in August and September. Those will be the last 2 this year. Which brings me to First Friday. My job as director of Downtown Gadsden is to bring a positive focus to our downtown area. And you've seen our downtown grow. I mean, I worked downtown for 30 years, and I thought at that point I would never come downtown if I didn't work downtown. This was in the 70s and 80s. But with the streetscape project that happened in the late 90s and with all the things that have been going, the positive effects, we are held up as to be a good example of what a Main Street downtown should be. So that's what we want to continue to do. With bringing events like Musical Mondays and Third Thursdays and First Friday, that has been a great support to our downtown merchants. That reminds people we have a downtown. That they need to come downtown and check and shop local. At least think about shopping local first before you go out and run to other cities or go to all those other places that you can go online and things like that. But First Friday is one of those things that's really been a huge success, that's made our downtown a huge success. So we go through, people ask me, there was an advertisement on the radio that it was the last First Friday before school started. People didn't hear the before school started part, so this is not the last First Friday. You know we have First Friday through December. So we're just going to have a good time this Friday. We've got some great music lined up and down Broad Street in 5 different locations. We've got, thankful for the Gadsden Police Department, for our volunteers that make this happen. We want to keep everybody safe, and they all work well together. I mean, people don't understand why we prefer that pets not come, but it's not a place for pets as hot as the weather has been. But we do ask that you don't bring your pets, and so we hope that people understand that. But we do have a lot of fun from 6 to 9. We'll close Broad Street about 4 o'clock and have the food vendors come in and set up, and then we do that from 6 to 9, and then the summer concert series will continue with a great group this time called Masterpiece. Motown, soul, funk, and rock. That's where the way they present themselves. It will be at the amphitheater beginning at 8:30. So you can just wander on down after you've been to First Friday and go to the amphitheater and bring your cushions and coolers there as well. So there's a great place to find all this information. We're all over social media, but we've just updated our website, downtowngadsden.com. So I hope that if you haven't looked at that, you'll go and look at that and see that we have updated that and the different changes that we've made. But we're really excited to be a part of the city, and we feel like our downtown contributes a lot to the city of Gadsden. So thank you very much for your support. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I say one?
Go ahead, Mayor.
Kay.
Sir.
Don't go sit down.
Oh, yes, sir.
I just want to brag on Kay a few minutes. We hired her when I was first in office. I used to know her when she was in banking, and she used to make me a lot of good loans. I'm teasing. But anyway, about 5 or 6, 7 years ago, First Friday got so popular, it was one of the top 10 events in the Southeast. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. And we're about 79, 80% full on lofts and activity in buildings downtown.
We are about 90% on retail full.
Okay,
So, and we have
that's
got a
good.
lot. We'll double our loft living occupancy
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
So we're excited about that.
So we want to thank you for all the good work you and your people do. And the first couple months I was in here before we got Kay, The merchants were in my office every other day. I hadn't seen them since she took the job, because she stays in touch with them and explains what's happening and handles the problems.
Well,
So
you know,
thank
you know the old thing, you can't make everybody happy, but if you just
That's
have
true.
communication and try
That's
to
true,
do the
sir.
best you can do and make them understand,
Well,
so.
we appreciate it.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Kathy. All right, remarks by the mayor and council. Mayor? Okay. Councilwoman Toles?
Yes, I'm not getting paid to say this, but we have a lot of locally owned businesses, and I think Kay Moore has alluded to that, and we should support them. And I'm saying that because we have a locally owned business that has been in business for 30 years, and they're going out of business, and that's Geiger's Cleaners. And I told them that I appreciate their service, and one day at council meeting, that I would just let the public know they're going out of business, but they have been a good local business in this area and in this town. And so all our local businesses, let us support them so that it helps Gadsden to thrive and it helps Gadsden to grow. But personal and locally owned business, let's shop as much as we can.
All right, thank you, Councilwoman Toles. Mr. Eccles? Absolutely. Councilman Worthy?
Yes, just want to make an announcement on the job fair, August the 14th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Downtown Civic Center, better known as the Senior Activity Center. Right as of today, I believe we have right around 40 employers that have registered already online. So please remember August 14th. If you're looking for a job, if you have one, you're looking for a better job, come on down to the Senior Activity Center from 9 to 1.
All right, Councilman Billington?
I don't have anything.
Councilman Kennedy? Councilman Reed?
Yeah, well, I kind of thought I was going to load up on Kay. That's what the mayor said. I think he pretty well covered it. But I like the way Kay spreads the accolades around to Public Works and the Police Department and the Fire Department, Parks and Rec. But when it comes right down to First Friday, it's Kay Moore, period. I don't care what anybody says. It's her hard work that has pushed this thing and led it to what it is today. It really has. And if she ever quits riding that bicycle in that little Minnie Mouse car, I think we're all in trouble. So just keep that up. Here I go again, he's throwing you on the bus, but I was told this morning that in District 7 that the Kiwanis Pavilion will be ready about the first week in August. Jen, am I not right? I hope Jen's here. But anyway, the first week they will start taking some appointments and so on and so forth. But the election will be at Kiwanis Pavilion on the 28th day of August. Okay? The parking lot in the front will be done by the Watts Company, but all the other parking existing will be there. Last time we voted, we voted at 3 different places up there in the last 3 different elections. One time I sat there 10 minutes with the people by myself in there, and nobody else was there because nobody knew where to go vote. Luckily, Shane got a sign up, got us moved, and got people up there. So just note, Kiwanis Pavilion, August 28th, we will have it ready. Sorry.
Thank you, Councilman Reed. The only other announcements I have is that there will be a Miss Senior Alabama reception and pageant this weekend at the Downtown Civic Center. There was a little bit of publicity in the Gadsden Times this week regarding this event, but there will be a reception on Friday, the 3rd, at I think 6 p.m. And then, of course, the pageant will be on Saturday at 6 p.m. as well. So we want to encourage everyone to come out and support that event and support all of the senior contestants that have signed up for that event. And I think the Council on Aging is looking to support that event at some level as well. So again, I plan to be there, and I do want to encourage people to support that event. And she's going to kill me for this, but our former magistrate, Miss Brenda Carr, is having a retirement reception or retirement party on Friday of this week as well. at 6 p.m. at 210 at the tracks. So again, if I don't know if it's invitation only or not, but she will definitely be with family and friends in honoring her many years of service. So if there's nothing else, I will entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I
So
move.
be it.
They said.